Welcome to lecture number 9 on resistive circuits. In this video, I am going to discuss superposition theorem. Consider this problem. Now, in this problem, you will see there are three sources, two voltage source, one is 6 volt source, other one is 2 volt source, and along with this 2 voltage source, there is one more current source, right? So here we need to find out the current through this 4 ohm resistance. Now superposition theorem says that if circuit is linear and if the circuit contains more than one sources, then we can consider one source at a time, keeping all other source either short or open, voltage source short circuit and current source open circuit. Then find the current through that element where it is required, right? And then you should repeat the same process for all the sources, and at the end you have to take algebraic sum of that current to get actual current flowing through this 4 ohm when all the sources are acting. So this is important. So you have to select one source at a time, right? So as we are having these three sources, so we will select this one. We can consider that 6 volt source is acting. That we can consider one case. We can consider 1 ampere source is acting. Okay, and third one, this 2 volt source is acting, right? And remember that while one source is acting, other source you have to remove. And remove means you have to make their values zeros. So if it is a independent, other source means independent sources, remember. So this is important. Remove independent sources, right? So how will you remove this one? If it is a voltage source, okay, that is replaced by short circuit, because voltage 0 means shorted. And if it is a current source, then current is 0, that implies that it is open circuit, so you should make it open. But remember, this is valid only for independent sources. You can't modify in this way for dependent sources. Okay. Now in our example, all are independent sources, right? So when 6 volt source is acting, then we will remove this current source open circuit, this current source open circuit, and this voltage source short circuit. Then we will draw the circuit. Okay. Now we'll draw this circuit. So this 6 volt source is acting alone. So this 4 ohm resistance is here. Then this 4 ohm is here. This current source is open circuit. Okay. This resistance is here. And this voltage source is short circuit. Okay. This is your 4 ohm. This is again 4 ohm. And this current, suppose it is I prime. Okay. That we need to calculate. So for this circuit, this smaller circuit, we need to calculate I prime. Similarly, when 1 ampere current source is acting, then this 1 ampere current source is acting alone. Then we need to remove this 6 volt source by short circuit. We need to remove this 2 volt source by again short circuit. Then you will see the circuit will be, so this is the resistance, this is the resistance, and this current source is acting only. This is the resistance, and now this source is shorted, 6 volt source, 2 volt source is also shorted. So this is your 4 ohm, it is 4 ohm, this is 1 ampere, this is 4 ohm. Then again we need to calculate this current. Suppose this current is this time I double prime. So one more time we should repeat for this 2 volt source. So when we will consider this 2 volt source, then we will remove this 6 volt source by short circuit, this current source by open circuit. So the circuit will become, so this one resistance, this is resistance, this is resistance, and this is your source 2 volt, and you see this current source I have removed by open circuit. This volt, that 6 volt source I have made it shorted. Okay, so this is your 4 ohm, 4 ohm, it's also 4 ohm. Now again we need to calculate this current, and this time suppose the current is I5. So total current this I, this capital I would be the summation, algebraic summation of all these currents. So I have considered the same direction. So now I'll add only I prime, I double prime, and I triple prime. These 3 currents I need to add to get total current I flowing through this 4 ohm when all sources are acting all together. Right? Means for this circuit we can find out total current I through that 4 ohm resistance, this 4 ohm resistance. Okay, so we'll consider each circuit individually. We'll calculate I prime, I double prime, and I triple prime, then I will add. So let us solve this total problem. Okay, so this is our circuit. Now first one we are considering that this 6 volt source is acting alone. Okay, that you have seen. So this source is there, 6 volt source, and now this is the 4 ohm, this is your 4 ohm, and this current source I have kept open. Okay, I'm not writing here, it's open only, and this source it's shorted, right? So this resistance and then source is shorted. That's simple. So this is your 4 ohm, this is your 4 ohm. Now we need to find out this current, that is your I double prime, I prime. Okay, now what we'll do, so first we'll try to find out the current here. Okay, so this current is suppose I1. If I can get the current here in this branch, then that current will be divided by these 2 paths, right? So to find the total current supplied by the source, we need to find out total resistance by the source. Okay, so this 6 volt source and total resistance, so these 2 resistance we can combine. First we can consider that these 2 resistance we can combine, and you see these 2 are parallelly connected because this end and this end. So from this end, both the resistance are leaving and they will come to the same node here, right? Means this 4 ohm, they are parallelly connected and the equivalent resistance is 4 ohm, 4 ohm. So 4 ohm, parallel combination 4 ohm is simply half of that because 4 into 4 upon 4 plus 4 is simply this 4 by 2 means 16 by 8, right? That is equal to 2 ohm. So simply we can say that if it is same resistance, two resistances are same, so if it parallelly connected R parallel combination R, that will give you R by 2, that you know. That quickly we can go for that. So this is your 2 ohm resistance. So this 2 ohms and then 4 ohm, they are in series, right? So this 4 ohm followed by 2 ohm in series. So total resistance will be 4 plus 2 is 6. So total current I1 is this 6 upon total resistance 4 plus 2, that means 6 by 6 is 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is the current here, right? So that current is divided by these two paths. And you see these two paths are same. We can use current divider rule to find the branch current here, but here it is easy because both are same resistance, so current is equally divided. So this I will be half of I1, right? So this I prime is actually I1 by 2. So it is I1 is 1, so it is half ampere, right? So I have got one current I prime that is equal to half ampere. Now next one we will go for this 1 ampere current source, right? Okay, so same circuit. Now previously I have got that I1 prime was half ampere. Now we need to calculate I1 double prime, right? So for this, when 1 ampere current source is acting alone, so 1 ampere current source is acting alone, right? So for this, so we'll remove, so when this is acting, so this voltage source sorted, this voltage is also sorted, okay? Then we'll talk. So this is the resistance, this is the resistance, this is the current source, upward direction given, okay? This is the resistance. Now this source is sorted, this source is also sorted. This 1 ampere is acting alone, all are 4 ohm resistance, and we need to find out this current I double prime, right? So what you can do, we can consider that this 1 ampere current is coming here and that is divided by these two branch, okay? One is this side, one is this side. So this side is only one element 4 ohm, but this side there is a combination. So these two we can combine, okay? We can combine these two together. So these two are parallelly connected. You see, from this end and this end they are connected. 4 ohm and this is also 4 ohm. So 4 ohm, they are parallelly connected, and that will give you simply 4 parallel 4 is 2 ohm. Okay, so we can redraw the circuit. So this current source, this side we have simplified by only 2 ohm, and this side this resistance is there like this. This is 1 ampere and this is your 4 ohm. Now see, this current is coming here 1 ampere. Now it is divided by these two paths. Okay, one is through 2 ohm and 4 ohm, and they are parallelly connected. Okay, so for simplicity, I can redraw this circuit again. So I need to calculate this I prime, double prime. Okay, I can modify again so that it will look better. This is current source, this 2 ohm I'll put it here, and that resistance I'll put it here. And that current I need to find out I double prime. That is 4 ohm. This is your 2 ohm. This is your 1 ampere source. So this 1 ampere current source is providing 1 ampere only here. So it is now divided. So current division rule we can apply. So this current division rule, so this I double prime will be, so opposite resistance is the 2 ohm resistance upon total resistance 2 plus 4 multiplied by 1 ampere source. Okay, so opposite resistance is 2 ohm, total is 2 plus 4 multiplied by 1 ampere current source. Okay, so this thing we have discussed in detail in my previous lectures. Please go through the lectures if you have some confusion. Okay, so that will give you 2 upon 6 means 1 upon 3 ampere. So I double prime is 1 upon 3 ampere. So 1 upon 2 ampere is the I prime, I double prime is 1 upon 3 ampere. Now last one, when 2 volt source is acting alone, right? Okay, so what we have got, I prime we have got half ampere, I double prime we have got 1/3 ampere, and I need to calculate I triple prime when this 2 volt source is acting alone. Okay, so what we will do, we will redraw the circuit. So consider this is acting alone, 2 volt source is acting alone. That time 6 volt source is shorted. This 1 ampere source, current source is open circuit. Okay, fine. So this 2 volt source is acting alone. Okay, so we'll redraw the circuit. The resistance, this is the resistance. So this source will keep it here. This is a 2 volt source, and this 6 volt source will make it shorted, and current source will keep it open. Okay, so I will not draw this one here. That's all. So this 4 ohm, this is your 4 ohm, this is again 4 ohm. Now I need to calculate this current, this direction current. Okay, I can calculate opposite direction current, but that time you have to be careful. You have to take algebraic sum. But if I already consider that same direction, then just we will add it, all the currents. Okay, so we'll consider in that way only. So I triple prime we need to calculate. So you see this 2 volt source, only one source is there and it has to supply the current, and these two again we can combine together. You see this will give you 2 ohm resistance, and again 2 ohm and this 4 ohm they are in series, and so this source will try to provide the current in right to left, no, in anti-clockwise direction, but we are considering this is in clockwise direction, so sign wise it is opposite. Okay, so thus you will find the negative values. Okay, so I triple prime is basically this minus sign is opposite direction. Total voltage source is 2, total resistance is 4 plus 2. That means minus 2 by 6, 1 by 3 ampere. Okay, that's very simple. So you see we have got this as well. This is your minus 1 upon 3 ampere. So total current I, this total current I is addition of these three: I prime, I double prime, and I triple prime. Right? So this is your half, this is your 1/3, this is your minus 1/3. So these two are cancelling out for this problem only. It not necessarily that always it will cancel out. Okay. So this is half ampere. So total current flowing through this 4 ohm resistance when all the sources are acting together, and you will find the current is half ampere. Okay. So this is the procedure to use superposition principle in a circuit. Remember, the circuit should be linear, means only it will contain resistance, current source, voltage source, and dependent sources. It's fine. Okay. Right. So please subscribe my channel and share this video to others. And we are going to upload many more videos in my channel. Please keep watching my videos. Thank you.